Yo, this is your boy Jay Sean from Jay Sean's Lounge. Coming live to you again. We have some technical difficulties with the sound. I'm just trying to see if you can actually hear me now. If you can't, I'm trying to fix the problem so we can get this discussion flowing. So let me know what's up. If you can hear me, give me thumbs up. If you can't, give me thumbs down. All right? So let me know what's going on. All right. Now our last subject we was talking about this co-parenting thing, and I want to know why we have so many problems with co-parenting. It takes two people to make this baby. It takes two people to raise it. But the issue's been coming up more and more of why two parents who lay down, had a baby, and cannot get along to take care of that baby. We are starting to lose what's important. It's our children. No matter what, whether you're getting along with that person or not, what's important is that baby. So the question is this: why are we having issues getting along? Is it that we trying to control the situation or manipulate the situation? Or are we worried about what the next person is doing? Or we weren't ready to move on? Either way it go, it's still the babies are important. The babies need to be up front. So I've been talking to some of my brothers, and they throwing it at me. Some real questions. They don't want to see, either they don't want to see her move on, want to see them move on. We're using kids, we use the babies as a pawn to get back at each other. Either way it go, it's not healthy for the children. Y'all know that? And if we don't get this right, our children are the ones that are suffering. So please understand. Chime in, give me your inputs. Hey, let me know what's going on. I want to know why can we not get along? Because there are certain people in this world that are important, and that's our babies. And hey, give me your feelings. Talk to me. Hey, people still caught up in their feelings? We're adults here. What we should be caught up in is what's best for our children. But it seems to be that we are worried about what she's doing or what he's doing, who he's with next or who she's with next. We're adults here. Most of us are in our late 30s, early 40s. So why can we not put our children first? Is that's not what important? I mean, we got to be able to talk about this, because if not, our children are truly suffering. I mean, you see them every day. You see them every day on TV, on the news. We are losing our children. We are truly losing our children, and nobody seems to care. Oh, Sissy, I see your comment. People like to say they don't have feelings, but they do, and you're absolutely right. Because most of us what we got is called an ego. We don't want people to know that we still got feelings. But see, that's the problem, because we let our feelings get in our way, and what's important is taking care of these babies, because the only person that's hurting is the babies. See, most of us think that we're getting back at that person, but we really ain't. We're really hurting our children. And I'm, for one, I don't want to see my children suffer. If we love our children the way we say we do, then we need to put our differences aside. Like I said, it took two of us to lay down to make that baby. It took two of us to take care of that baby. And we cannot continue to use our children as pawns to get back at the next person. What's that? People are being hurt. The babies are being hurt, and you can't even justify it. We got people keeping their kids away from each other. Why? Because you don't want that person to move on. Or you don't want to see your kids around someone else. At some point in time, that relationship want went astray. Either you fell out of love, some person cheated on the next person, or you just couldn't get along. But the one thing you got in common is what? That beautiful baby you made. So when do we as adults put our differences aside and say what's more important is these beautiful babies we made? And make sure they got everything they need, everything they want, emotionally, physically, all of that. We gotta get past this. You know, people are looking. People look at the situation as if once I'm with you, you mine forever. That's a selfish way to look at it. Because everybody has the right to move on. We don't have the right to try to manipulate the situation or manipulate that person. Or the worst thing in the world I've ever seen is parents try to turn the child against the other parents. I've seen it firsthand, and it's ugly because you put that baby in the middle of an adult battle, and now you are mentally screwing up that baby. Talk to me. Come on, what's your other issues now? But I know, because I've heard way too many. Don't bite your tongue now. Because there's a lot of issues that we as parents are not getting along, and we disrespecting each other in front of our children, on the phone cussing each other out in front of our babies. And who is suffering? So what is the issues? How do we get past this? How do we fix the situation? Come on. I'm here to listen. Talk to me. I need help with this. Hey, y'all need help. Come on. Because if we didn't need help with it, we wouldn't be still arguing about it. People would still be dealing with it on a daily basis. Every single day. You can look it up on YouTube. You can look it on live. People are arguing. Broad daylight. In public. He don't want to drop the baby. Or he don't want to pick the baby up. She don't want to do this. She don't want to do that. All because of what? Because they moved on? Come on, I know we got bigger problems, bigger things to take care of than arguing about if she moved on or he moved on. So we open here. The window is open. Talk to me. What's on your mind about this? How do we rectify the situation? Nobody? Come up with something, because we got to come up, because if not, our children are doomed. And if you watch the news, we are losing our children every single day because they lost. And that falls back on us as parents. And for people who hide their feelings and whatnot, you got to tuck it and get over it. Move on. What's going on, Willie? Hey, talk to your boy, man. I know you're a smart cat. Holla at me. What's up, Rob? Hey, I know they out here. What's going on? With lack of respect for each other. You're absolutely right, brother. Absolutely right. The way they talk to each other, and they talk to each other so foul in front of the kids. And then the kids start to repeat that. You put negative in, you get negative out. And then they wonder why the babies are acting the way they do. So my question to y'all is, how do we get past this? We know what some of the problems are, so how do we fix it? Talk to me. How do we fix these problems since we point them out? Yeah, you're right, Willie. If we don't grow up, hey, you know what's going on. If we don't grow up, we lost. And it seems the way we acting, we lost, and so is our children. This generation that is out now, they seem to have no direction at all. And that's a problem. But it's, but that's growing up is easier said than done, because we got 40-year-old, 50-year-old kids worrying about the latest Jordans, or worried about Rams and all this different stuff. Not worried about if my kid got a coat because it's cold outside, or things like that. So at some point in time, we got to get our priorities in order. Because like I said, if your children are not important to you, then you lost your damn self. I want people to talk to me. I know some people on here older than me. Talk to me. How we fix this problem? Because I, for one, I'm tired of seeing our children suffer. I'm tired of seeing them on the news. Nobody tired? No. Don't talk to me. Y'all ain't tired of seeing these kids on the news everywhere? No respect for themselves, no respect for elders. See, I was taught old school. We was taught to respect our elders. See, but now we got parents so young. Parents are coming out here, 18, 19, having kids, so they don't even know the element of respect. So if you don't know the element of respect, how do you teach respect? Come on. Respect is everything. Hey, what's going on, cuz? It's good to see you. And you know I'm going to speak on it because, hey, I love my babies and I know y'all do too. So I'm just saying, y'all was raised the way I was, old school. Hey, in old school, you know, they're going to love you to death. They're going to put their foot down when they need it. So I think in some aspects we lacking. These parents ain't being parents. They're trying to be these kids' best friend. And I told my kids flat out, I'm not your friend. You get enough friends at school. I'm your daddy. So when you try to be their parents, you step it up. You try to be their friend, they're going to talk to you any way they see fit. And there lies a problem because the respect is gone. You cannot allow your child to talk to you like they talk to kids at school. Because then the respect is gone. And once respect is gone, it ain't no getting it back other than the hard way. And this is the old school saying, charity starts at home. That means respect starts when you're young. It don't mean you start to learn respect when you're 18, 19 years old. As soon as you're old enough to walk and talk, you learn respect. But these later generations ain't getting that. Y'all see it every single day. Look at these kids, how they talking to these teachers in school, fighting the teachers, swinging on them, talking to the principals any kind of way. We didn't have that. Our parents would have been up there with a belt and probably would have been beating us all the way home. Y'all know that. That's why some of us are still alive today, because we had fear of a good ass whooping. Excuse my language. But we knew what the fear was. If I act a fool at school, I know what I got when I got home. But a lot of these kids don't know what that fear is. And respect follows it. Exactly. Go back to, yes. That's what I'm talking about. It says, for real, we need to go back to policing our own neighborhoods and raising our children as we was raised. You are exactly right. Because anything that happened in our neighborhood, we knew what was going on. When we was kids, everybody on that block could discipline us. And you know that. It wasn't just the person across the street. It wasn't just your parents. It was Linda down the block. It was Tracy mama across the street. Everybody could whoop our butts if we got out of line. That's why they say it's a community. It says it takes a village to raise our kids. So that's what I'm talking about. That's that old school. See, what the problem is today is they don't know nothing about that old school. It's all new school now. Parents sagging, the kids sagging. The parents cussing people out, the kids cussing people out. Yeah, anyway, because you're trying to be your kid's friend. So we're going to wear the same jeans and we're going to wear the same clothes. No, I don't think so. You got daddy's pants sagging farther than his kids. You got mom and daughter fighting over the Louis Vuitton purse. You know, and then you got mom and daughter out here twerking together. Come on now, talk to me. This is the problem. It's this young generation that don't know what the hell is going on. And if you don't know what's going on, you're lost. When I seen a mama and a daughter twerking together, I knew there was a problem. We was doomed. And you got kids out here, parents out here smoking with their kids. And I'm telling you, smoking and drinking just like they best friends, like they grew up together. When did we get this lost? I just want to know. This was never happening during our generation. When did we get this lost with our children? We got girls out here getting pregnant, 12, 13, 14 years old. When? We got boys out here, young men doing things I ain't never seen them do. We can't even, look, I ain't trying to preach to y'all. Y'all already know the deal. Y'all see news every day. We losing our kids, and we losing them fast. And it don't matter what color they are, we losing them. We losing them to the streets. We losing them to drugs, gun violence. We losing them every which way but loose. And ain't nobody stepping up, and ain't nobody trying to say what's going on. Ain't nobody trying to rectify the situation. So as parents, if you have children, I'm asking, how do we fix this problem? Because I swore I'd never lose any of my kids to the street. So I'm asking y'all, how do we fix this? What's going on, cuz? Hey, talk to me. Help me out here. How do we fix this, cuz? Because nobody has answers. Everybody, it's a pointing game. Everybody pointing back and forth, but nobody is fixing the problem. Nobody has solutions. We cannot be our kids. We cannot be our kids' friends. Our kids must know that we love them and we got their back. But we do not co-sign BS. We should be raising our children to be positive citizens, not little thugs. We should not be promoting this mess. Kids walk around with joints in their ear, hat cocked, pants sagging. Why are we promoting this mess? What are we doing? It's supposed to be our future. Well, hell, if the future is this, looking like this, we lost. We might as well wash our hands with it now. Where we at, people? Tell me what's up. Am I wrong? Talk to me. What are we doing wrong? Where did we lose? Where do we start to change our values for our children as parents? Where the values didn't mean nothing. Respect didn't mean nothing. How did it get this bad? What's up? Hey, what's going on, cuz? I see you down there. Talk to me. You got kids, baby. Talk to me. How did it get this bad, cuz? Because our babies out here and they doomed. And the influence out here is horrible. You got kids carrying stuff on them. I ain't never seen kids carry. Come on, Willie. Talk to me, brother. What you got? All right. This is an issue of many. Hold on. Let me get back to you. Not solution to the problem. Okay, babies who may be addicted to drugs and crazy. Hey, we dealing with more of that element now than I've ever seen before in my life, Willie. It's the mental state of mind. The parents are coming out younger. The parents are doing more things than parents never did before. The kids are adapting that behavior. And the parents are so young, they can't even control or even try to monitor what the kids are doing. So now they're doing it together. You got kids and parents getting high together, drinking together, partying together. If y'all don't see a problem with that, y'all better wake up. My generation, I am 45 years old. We ain't never went to a party with our parents or be in the same room when our parents had company. That's the problem. See, we're allowing these kids today to do things that we never did. Let's be real. Hell, we couldn't even talk if our parents was talking to another adult. See, that's that old school respect. We couldn't talk. It was be seen and not heard when they was talking. You respected your elders to the fullest, or you felt the ramifications of that. But now, you got kids telling their parents what they will and won't do, telling them to F off, kiss this and kiss that. And parents laughing it off, like, oh, that's just him. That's how he is. No, that ain't how he is. That's how you let him be. That's how you raise him to be. Because kids don't come out bad. They become a product of their environment. It's about what you're showing them or what you let them see you do. I see you on here, Brandy. What's up, man? Talk to me now. I know you got kids. Where did we go wrong at, bro? Talk to me, man, because I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing our babies on these news, man, getting lost. They dying every single day. But yet still we get 100,000 likes on twerk videos, or 100,000 likes on some rims, you know, and bouncing all that stuff. But where's the posting of the kids graduating? Where's our post kids becoming doctors, lawyers, engineers, architects, serving the country? What's up? We are quick to promote this negative mess. But when it comes to something positive, even as parents, because the parents are coming out so young now, the parents, hell, they trying to get down with the kids. They are literally doing what these kids are doing. They are dressing like the kids. The kids are dressing like the parents. We can't tell them apart. So we are lost. And because these younger parents are lost, these kids are lost. And where do we go from here? Because if not, we are going to continue to lose our babies in these streets. To drugs, to violence, everything of the above. For those who it don't bother, then I'm sorry for you. But it bothers me. It bothers me to see these kids every single day dying. For some of the dumbest reasons in the world. Wrong place at the wrong time, wrong color zone, wrong area. But guess what? These parents are doing what? Half the time they don't know where their kids are at. When we was growing up, our parents knew where we was. We wasn't just out and about kicking it 24/7. We had to be home before the street light came on. Because if not, we was gonna deal with mom. There's a lot of things that we did as coming up that these kids get away with now that would have never happened. So where do we go wrong? I see you, Sergeant Brother. What's up? How do we fix this situation? We got a lot of intelligent people on here. Talk to me. How do we fix this? Because if not, we lost. We are totally lost. And these babies are the ones that are suffering. We don't live. We got to make it better for them. How do we fix it? I've been trying to get these answers out. I've been trying to, and everybody, don't worry about it. Everybody want to wash their hands with it. I'm sorry, I ain't ready to give up on mine. If you're ready to wash your hands with your kids, hey, that's on you. I ain't judging, but I'm not ready to give up on mine. So how do we fix this? Come on. Come on. We got some speakers on here. Well, yeah, Shetty, talk to me. Carlos, come on. We went to school together. We old school, bro. Come on now. Brandy, where you at? Nobody got solutions for this. So we just lost. So our babies are just lost. I seen a video the other day. Kid jumped up in the teacher's face and swung on the teacher. Come on. Where is the respect at? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning all this crazy mess these teachers doing. But y'all know we had an element. We carried ourselves with an element of respect the way we was raised. That old school, hard knock. Parents didn't deal with that. They're going to love you to death. They'll break your back when you get out of line. Brother Thurman, there is no fear of God we don't talk about. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They definitely are taking the speaking about God out to schools. They can talk about everything else, but we can't talk about the man upstairs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are absolutely right, bro. And if you pay attention, that was part of the problem when they started they took it out of the schools in the first place. That's when, in my opinion, that's when the problem started. Exactly. There's no, because you know why? Because everybody's scared. They scared to take a butt whooping. See, because back in the day, this is what we did. That's what we did. Now they want to go run and get a gun. They want to go run and get this. They want to go run and get that. Why? Because that's easier. Because nobody wants to take a butt whooping. Yes, this is Jason. I know. Your mother, she knows the way I know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely right. Mama Thurman know the way. Got hands like bricks. She didn't play. She did not play at all. And that's why, like I said, we was taught with an element of respect because of the Madias and grandmamas and old school, big mamas. See, a lot of these kids don't know nothing about that nowadays. Like I said, grandmama, great grandmama 30, grandmama 20. You talking about great grandma, she in her 40s. Come on now. That's the problem. Because so now you got grandmama, mama, and mama out here kicking it. Daughter, mama, and grandmama out here partying it. Wearing the same clothes. Wearing the same makeup. Nobody see a problem with that? That's where it's lost at right there. Because they're starting to produce so young that they're not even mature enough to understand what they're doing. Hey, baby girl, I see you, Shantae. How you doing, mama? Come on, you this young generation, talk to me. What we lost at, babe? Because we so lost, and these kids are so lost. They doing so many negative things that you can't even talk to them. You say hi to a brother, they mean mug you. You can't even talk to these kids nowadays. The respect is gone, and I mean, it's almost like they losing their souls, and that's a scary feeling. Where's the solutions at? Where's our big mamas and our muddias at to instill that respect and that fear back into you? Can we get that back? Can we get God back in school? I'm just saying. Can we get that? Can we get some prayer back in school? Can we get it somewhere near the school? Can we get it in the classroom? Because maybe that's what we need. Because it's been going downhill since we took it out. And I ain't trying to preach, but I'm just saying, you have to look at the dynamics of it. When it started to go downhill. When they took certain things out the school, when they took certain things out the classroom, that's when it started to really go downhill. Started to lose morals for ourselves. But y'all let me know. Hey, I'm not perfect. Ain't nobody perfect but God. You understand? So it's like this. When do we stand up and say enough is enough? How many more have to die? How many more have to disappear? Half the time we don't even know where our kids are at. I don't know. He'd be home sometime. Where I don't know. Come on now. Talk to me. What's up? Jeremy Carter. What did he say? I don't see this. Jeremy, what's going on, brother? I see you there. How you doing, man? Holla at me. Talk to me, brother. What's going on? We're trying to figure out how we lost these babies, man, and trying to get them back intact. Nobody? Really, you right about that God thing, brother. We got to put it back in there, man. We got to put the fear of God back in it. They took it away for a reason. Well, now we live in the reason. So now we got to put it back. You talk about God to some of these kids, they don't know what you're talking about. They look at you cross-eyed. This is a scary generation that we living in. And if we don't wake up, our babies are gone. Our babies is truly lost. So where's all the solutions? We got a lot of intelligent people on here. Where's our solutions to this problem? See, we used to unite. See, but now they got so much division between us, we can't even unite to come together for our kids. So what do? We just sit back, let it keep going, keep losing our babies. The respect is gone already. We already at rock bottom. So what do we do now? Yo, Shante, that's what I'm talking about. It says that I believe it has a lot to do with the home front. Yes, ma'am, you're right. I believe that the children, either way, that because of the parents ain't putting it. Hey, now this is my niece, a young mother right here, who's speaking the truth. It starts on the home front. Now, what that means charity, like I said, charity starts at home. If you cannot teach your children respect at home, you think they're gonna learn respect somewhere else? That means we giving up as parents. We've basically washed our hands with them, and I understand that, but we gotta tighten that back up. We got to, because if not, we doomed. Our babies are doomed, and I'm tired. I don't know if y'all tired the way I'm tired, but I'm tired of seeing every time you turn on the news, every time you turn on a YouTube channel or a media, our kids are being choked out, strangled out, shot, gunned down, drive-by shooting, something. Why are we losing our kids in mass numbers like this? I got babies. Hell, I fear for them every day. So what's the problem? We got to wake up, y'all. We got to. You know? And if we do not wake up, it's going to be too late. So as parents, we got to put our heads together and come to grips with something and realize that we have to do something now. We can't depend on nobody else to do it. We got to do it ourselves. Yes. Like I just said, you're right, Jeremy. You're right. We got to bring God back. They took him out of the schools, they took him out of everywhere. The problem is we got to get more parents to start going back to the schools, visiting. More parents talking to the board. See, half times parents don't even show up. You go to the school, they have teachers meetings and conferences and everything. Parents don't show up. But guess what? They'll stand in line for when Popeyes get new spicy chicken. But they won't stand in line to talk to the board about bringing God back in school, or get new books for the schools, or get anything for the kids. They don't care. They'll stand in line to get the new iPhone or the new Android or the new Jordans, but they won't stand in line to talk to their child's teacher or the principal to figure out what's going on. Where's my child lacking? See, that's the problem. That's the problem. See, they show your ignorance on the news when you're standing 3, 4, 5 hours in line to get the new iPhone. Standing in line 16 hours to get the new Jordans out. That man ain't played basketball in years. Y'all still buying the damn shoe. The point is this. If you can commit to something that ignorant, you damn sure better be willing to commit to your children's well-being. Go sit at the next board meeting. Because you understand, you don't know what you're missing when you sit in those board meetings. Or a PTA meeting or something like that. These people talking right over your head. How they going to take money away from the schools. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Why? Because we ain't there half the time. And half the programs are constantly getting cut out. Most of the sports programs you can't afford. So they just taking it out. But guess what? Y'all in line for the iPhone or the new iPhone watch. But you ain't in line for that PTA meeting or nothing to do with your child's school. So how do we make it back? We gotta make our presence known. We gotta make our presence known. And if we don't, what is it, Shante? Communication is always the key. I'm not a perfect parent. Maybe none of us perfect. But before my kids leave school, daycare, I make sure I tell them exactly. See, you tell them you love them so they know how mommy feels about it. So, see, then that's why we got so many kids now out here with insecure problems, not knowing whether parents care about them and love them or not. Yeah, life is too short. You're absolutely right.
She said I'd be embarrassed.
Who?
If I go down. Look, right here.
Do you think that maybe some of the parents are embarrassed? Embarrassed about what? If you got kids, ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. You have to do what you have to do for the well-being of your babies. I don't care about what nobody thinks. This is your child, your children, their education. Why would we need to be embarrassed about anything if we're standing up for our children? I don't care what you got to do. Go if you like I said, you can watch it every single day. Let a new phone come out tomorrow, and you'll get 2,600 people in line. Let a new chicken sandwich come out. You got people shutting down Popeye's chicken because they bought so much chicken. So, but as soon as something go on with the school for our babies, nobody's there. Or you got one or two parents sitting there. Well, hey, Monica, it's parents that are lacking due to the jobs expected. Yeah, and you're right. We're trying to put too much pressure on these teachers. The teachers are only with these kids a certain amount of time per day. The rest of that needs to take place at home. And you're right. Work with your kids. Read with them. Sit down at the table with them. Get the phones off. Kids ain't got no jobs. Why they got all these phones? Hell, some of these kids got phones newer than mine. But guess what? The kids are stuck with these phones to their hips and to their faces and all this. And the homework is lacking. They're learning all the new language and stuff and all this different stuff from these phones. And in the process, ain't nobody losing. And we losing everything. We losing the lack of respect. We losing education from our kids. And guess what? And if you pay attention, they're constantly taking more stuff out the schools. Constantly. And we don't even pay attention to that. And we don't comment on it. Because all we worried about is can I get these Jordans to match my next shirt? You see, and that's a problem. What'd you say, Willie? Homeschooling work. Yeah? That's what it needs to go to. Because at least we know what we put in, we're going to get out of our children. We know what type of education we're going to put into our kids. Because the school fundings are constantly getting cut. And especially, we already know what's going on in office. They're taking more money out of schools and sending it for war. Guess what? Hey, I'd rather have my son or my daughter pick up a book than a gun any day. And if y'all don't understand that, there lies a bigger problem. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jeremy. Family's definitely coming first. The problem is we don't have the same element of family that we used to have. That's the problem. There is no more old school families. Everybody's that fly by night. You can have 5 people sitting in one room and everybody on the phone. The communication, like you said, Shanti, communication is gone. Because everybody's like this with a phone in their hand. Nobody's communicating. Hell, kids don't even meet friends like they used to back in the day. When we used to meet somebody, we used to have to go walk to their house, meet the parents, talk to them, how you doing? Now, it's all over social media. Oh, I'm going to tag them, I'm going to DM, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. There's no interaction. So then we got these kids that are socially inadequate. Don't know how to talk, don't know how to communicate with each other. So then when they get mad, all they do is cuss and be ready to fight. And that's why these teachers are dealing with what they're dealing with. What's going on, Chris Mike? My brother, how you feeling, man? It's good to see you on. Yeah, you're right, Shanika. This new technologies is taking away from our education. You're right. And
iPads instead of books now.
Exactly. I said, look at the schools now. They done took the books out. Most schools are going to iPads, which puts electronics back in the kids' hands. Yeah, exactly, Jeremy. They texting and they sleep. They texting while they driving. I seen a kid walk into a pole the other day because he was walking and texting. So I'm just saying, it's there. The electronics is a big problem. What'd you say? Yeah, you're absolutely right. What'd you say, Monica? Like you said, a new technology is taking over the kids' attention. So much about the technology. Hold on 1 second. Technology stuff is coming out. The new kids go. Yeah. What'd you call them, Willie? With microwave families? Yeah, they ready made. Just add water. And that's how they coming out with it. Understand, people. We see the problems, but are we perpetuating the problem? Because I'm asking how did I see a 12-year-old with a new iPhone or a new Android or a new tablet? Now, I understand you might need some of this stuff for school, but why you got the brand new phone out? You ain't got no job. You ain't legally old enough to sign a contract. So are we perpetuating the problem? Or are we trying to keep our kids? There's nothing wrong with your babies looking nice.
What's our rule in the house about technology during the week?
Hey, if your kids are on electronics 7 days a week, there's a problem.
What's our rule?
Monday through Friday in my house, my kids have no electronics because I want them to be able to focus on school. Now, the weekend come, yes. Friday evening, limited Friday, Saturday, and then limited on Sunday because they got to get ready and mentally focused on Monday. But guess what? Some of these kids sleep, eat, everything with these phones. Never leave their side.
You can't even tell time.
They don't have to tell time. They don't have to because the phone will tell you what time it is.
They don't even have to remember that stuff.
Yeah, they took cursive out the schools. They took God out the schools. But yet now we bring in more electronics to make them more mentally lazy. Let's see. Actually, these are new age parents. Shniggy, you're right. New age. We're very complacent. Yes, sir. Well, complacent gonna get us nowhere, other than losing our children, and we losing this battle on a drastic basis. I mean, you ain't got to listen to me. Look at the news. Every single day, we are losing our children in the news. I was going to say, matter of fact, go walk through one of these day and age high schools right now. It's like you walking through a club. Who buying these kids clothes? We got young men. We looking at the underwear. We got young ladies looking like they just stepped out the club. Or we got the girls looking like boys and boys looking like girls. We are lost. This generation is lost. And y'all think it's funny, and it's not. It's sad. Man, I'm telling you. I said, when I walked through high school, I'm like, are we in a club? There's your problem. Distraction. You cannot focus if you are half dressed. And the opposite sex can't focus if you half dressed. And then you get these teachers, the teachers are coming out younger and younger. You got teachers that are 21, 22 years old. Messing with the kids because they so damn young. Hell, their mind ain't even mature yet. Look, it's up to us to do something for our babies, all right? If we do not stand up now, we are lost. We have lost this battle. This co-parenting, we got to get together on it. We got to stay strong on it. Put our differences aside. Like I said, at some point in time, we liked each other. We laid down with each other. We made a beautiful baby. We got to put our differences aside for our children. Because now we are going to continue to lose this battle. Y'all hear me? Look, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I'm going to get back at y'all later. This is your boy Jay Sean, Jay Sean's Lounge. I'm telling y'all, get at your boy, like your page, and we're going to bring up the next new topic. Hey, matter of fact, Facebook page or go to my YouTube page. That's Jay Sean's Lounge, all right? Hey, I love y'all, but love your kids. We have to love our kids, and they have to know this. Give your kids a hug. Tell them you love them. Kiss them on the forehead. Tell them how much you miss them. Don't give them dap. Talk to me. Hey, y'all know your boy loves cigars. I get the first 1,000 likes, 5 people I pick up randomly, get your cigar. All right? On YouTube. And I love me some Stogies. But check this out. Get your boy, man. Come on. Love our children, okay? We got to. Because if we don't love him, we done lost him. Hit me back. Throw me some subjects down, some issues that we having problems with. But this was touching to me. This was personal. Because I'm tired of us losing our babies, all right? I want y'all to have a wonderful weekend and be safe. I love y'all. It's your boy Jay Sean from Jay Sean's Lounge. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.